hello and welcome to my Kenshi game. I have spent about 10 actual hours. Probably a lot. There's a lot of waiting. It, 3 times while forth. Just taking a vanilla start adventure seekers and gone to the swamp in the spot that I scouted out in a previous game that has some access to copper, iron right on top of it, enough acreage for some real housing, and farms at the bottom next to the lake. It's in the north, just basically the northwest. Let me check. Yeah. East, west. No, just north. It's just north. Is north directly of the swamp. This little bit of shem, and then the whatever this place is called, the middle. As you can see, it's pretty drab over here. But we've got this biome for farming the other stuff, all within an easy hike. Plenty of iron, and the important part, game. I decided I would make this so that everyone could see how you need and utilize these roof crossbows. I got little fish here. She's going to kill a whale utilizing one of these functional crossbows. It looks like it's just this one. That's no good. And now Hesric here is going to go collect aggro on this. On something. This guy, yes. Now, he's really not the fastest. I'm gonna send him up as well, because Old Soldier is the real treasure of the Adventure Seeker campaign, as the person who actually starts with stats. With a little bit of work, I have attempted to turn him into a decent tank. Now, Hesric, are you out of bandages? No? Dude, what are you doing? Physician thyself. Oh, wrong dude. It's... Who's the one? Oh, the dinosaur has the grievous head wound. Yes! Killed it. And his friends are over here, so that's who's gonna get ambushed. So this one's way messed up, but not anywhere near as messed up. And that guy is not gonna last long, so we should be ready for him to come rescue his dinosaur buddy. Don't get at Hesric. Good job. Oh, Hesric is down. One hit. Whoa, Old Soldier is down too. He's tough. Don't get at, don't get at. Don't get at. What did Hesric get? Nothing so far. Well, that did not go as planned. Let's get ourselves a first aid runner. And grab food as well. Is fish in level? Yeah, I put fish in the pot. Get out here. I got 2 crossbows. I've been very crossbow light this playthrough. When you get a fast person with athletics and a crossbow, it turns the ad level, the starving villagers, the mobs, truly, the mobs in every sense of the word. It turns them into little time-wasting games that are fun to play while one waits for the actual progress at your base. So you can run around and do that, but actual hunting requires danger. Okay, so old soldier is done bleeding. That's good. Well, everybody's fine now? Okay, pick them up. And, where is... Yeah, pick up this one. Oh, he's up. He's already up. They're all good. Everyone's good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so this sort of exemplifies how brown the game can actually become beautiful. You get really excellent sunrises and sunsets in this game. You can only imagine, yeah, if I can get this foliage to load from the jungle. Get the jungle to load and get the sun going down. Ah, yes, so pretty. So pretty. But now you sink down in the muck, it's gone. So you gotta manage that. Now, speaking of managing that, toggling everyone's jobs on and off, because it becomes quite a pain getting everybody... Oh, fish. Do yourself a favor. Relieve yourself of your burden. You can see I have everyone already in sneak mode. That's mostly so I can tell when people are in danger, in case I miss the flashing. The character portrait background will flash red, and you can see that Fish is actually poorly disguised as a shinobi, so everyone else noticing he's not a shinobi makes him yellow. But it's not really a problem, in the sense that when they're close enough to stab him, they realize they shouldn't be stabbing him. I have yet to fall under ranged bombardment because of my disguise. In fact, it actually helps when you get a powerful bandit faction to spawn a dude with the whole shebang. That allows you better travel options. Obviously, ditch it before you go into a city that is hostile. You should be able to tell quickly, and then run away and ditch it. So yeah, old soldier is sleeping it off. It goes so much quicker with a bed. It's absolutely the most worth it investment. A camp bed is good, but the best part is these games. After a campaign where sure your dudes are on their feet, but if they've only got, you know, a resting health of 20 to an organ, well, they're kind of done already before they started. So give your squads their physicals yearly. Don't be afraid to prescribe R&R. Here's fish, making me suspicious all the time. Get great wind off the swamp and up these mountains. So this one guy can support probably 4 times as much of this, and it's consistent. It'll track night winds or day winds. This here is a mercenary tent that I just pitched on top of a house to make it a 2-story fancy place. Also, there's a camp bed. And when we are under attack, everyone just closes the door. Old soldier bars it up. He's got a cleaver. He'll go right through everyone. It's been pretty sweet. That's actually what helped me decide this was worth broadcasting. The next time we get a solid raid, we're going to basically watch old soldier and everyone else on the roof take everyone apart. It's quite a sight. As soon as I bought the crossbows, I upgraded them, and the ones on this face here provide cover for these guys, so I can just send them to hide in whatever building while the angry crowds beat at the door and get shot to pieces. It's yeah. You might say, no walls. And while true, I don't want to wall off the beach. So, until I add, you know, a serious perimeter, I didn't really see a point. If they're coming from this way, they're dead in the water. Quite literally. Can't stack enough people to save this, regardless. So just but for what amounts to a beachside resort in the hellscape that is Kenshi, I thought this was actually quite idyllic and might help to dispel the whole these open world games must be so barbaric and fraught. Got myself a nice little bread and beer growing operation. Everyone seems reasonably pleased with themselves. I have no way to monitor any sort of chat on my page right now because my monitor is devoted to making sure I don't bring down my live stream. You might say, what could possibly bring down the live stream? and you'd only be kind of wrong. I have a pretty good internet connection. Thank you, Google Fiber. What I don't have is a different... I'm using the... I'm actually, using OBS to great effect currently. I wonder if I'm doing it right sometimes. Right, so I kicked the speed up. This is how mostly I play the game. We wouldn't have to do any breaks if I could bring more people to my gate. Sometimes I send fish on grocery runs. The unruly masses murdered the bookseller at the mercenary camp, what's it called? Way station. So that's kind of a problem. But we are very well stocked as far as food goes, I believe. Yes. Still have a fairly large shop front inside. I don't have any signage for it. I got disguises for 2 other people, none of whom really rate as far as shinobis. It's just Fish and Old Soldier, but Old Soldier is not a shinobi, so why the hell should he care? He's a cleaver dude. Plenty bolts. These can go in here because I don't have a crossbow. I have not found a single ranged vendor in all of this. I'm from Kansas City. I read some of the backstory for Shark. That sounds shockingly similar to things people say about Kansas City. And I just want to say that I don't know a darn thing about it. Like, we're just the nicest people ever. And that's all just hogwash. Other than that, I don't know what can be said. Oh, this fellow here, this wandering trader. Okay. We're going to go pay him a visit momentarily. First thing, I got to figure out what I want to sell him. Oh, sell. That sells. That sells. That sells. Happy to be real. Maybe. That's fine. There's a couple hundred silver. Cats. Silver cats. Let's see. A bunch of the sandals that are worth precisely bupkis. But doesn't really matter. Alright. Let's see if you are who I think you are. You can ditch the sneak. Let everybody else do their thing. Look at how fast he is, man. It's amazing. Alright. Who is you is? Oh. It's a lost hive beastor of some variety. I guess it's fine though. It's just the pack beast. Do you have an owner around here that wants to trade? Or have you just been completely rendered feral by the craziness of the world? Or you seem like you might be caught on something? Just help push him. Push him out of his loop. Help our friendly neighbor. I give up. You can try and drag a multi-ton pack beast off the rocks, but success is far from sure. Okay, so I'm having sometimes it wants to do the slow load, slow frame rate thing, and sometimes it makes me stop, and I don't know how it decides which is which. I found a checkbox, right? But it's checked. It should just be, or it's not checked. It should just be stopping and loading and then going again. But sometimes it neglects to do that. I don't know if it's like already got enough of the cell loaded or what. But yeah, like, the dude could see that. You could load that. Anyway, yeah, this is a half-day trip. It's a full day there and back. He might spend the night. Sometimes he spends the night, sometimes he doesn't. I don't consider myself likely to encounter enough trouble. And if I do, in the form of the hungry bandits, the hangry bandits, then yeah, we just sort of post up and have ourselves a slaughter. It's not super awesome in the sense of like, that is like a quote Joshua Graham, right, from New Vegas. I think we all know what that's about. But this is the only place. Like, everywhere else you will encounter something that can kill you. And for some strange ass reason, no one is upstairs here, or downstairs here, so I'm gonna go, oh wait, I'm gonna have to I'm not skilled enough. I'm not skilled enough.